Hello, everybody. This is Francisco Martinez for Java 1, and this is week 2. What we're supposed to do is take our existing project and add some different features to it, um, both cosmetic and functional. So, the two functional things we had to do was change this our icons into a check and a in a white box. That was our that was the That was one of the cosmetic ones that we had to do. The other cosmetic was having to change the name from fundamentals to just testing and changing the title, which I will click here, to it worked. So doing that was fine. It wasn't that hard. I was able to figure it out the first time. So doing it again wasn't going to be too difficult. Another functionality that we had to do was actually change the language to Spanish. This was a little tough. I was able to figure out that I had to build a string here. Which is funny because it actually has the option when you're doing a string to translate it. So I was able to do it on there with no problem. Um, the only issue is that with the alerts, they're not in Spanish. I wasn't able to pull that off for some reason. I don't know what was going on with that. It was kind of tough and it was almost breaking my code a lot of the times when I try to do it. So I just decided to leave it alone. Let me change this back to English. Yeah, there we go. There it is actually. Um, and then head back to the application and it should go back to English too. There we go. So everything's in English now. Um, now that was one of the functionalities. The other functionality was to actually add a remove button to the alert alert dialog. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna submit this. I have an alert that says that everything is fine, and I entered it. I still don't understand why these two things show up. Like why this is on the bottom here. It must be something that I wrote on the code that it's constantly just it's almost making it seem like it's a string or something like that. I don't know what's going on there. But if I was to click on this, click remove, it would remove the whole thing. The problem is that it doesn't restart the input. Um, I'll put it. I'll put in my mom, and then when I do that, for some reason, it automatically gives me the option to add it or remove it. So for now, I'm just gonna add it, and same thing with my sister. Same option for some reason. And if I was to choose the bottom one and click on remove, it would remove it, and same thing here. But as you can see, this stays on and it doesn't go away. I don't know why it does that. I was, like I said, I was able to get it to work in some way, the remove button, but for some reason it's still a little buggy. So that was pretty much the most difficult part of the application, was trying to get the remove button to work. Hopefully I'll be able to fix it in some way, but for now it's just gonna be the way it is. Other than that, it still does the job. It still does what it's supposed to do. Let's say if I add a random name, if I add it, and then it removes it, so it still does the job in some way. It's just still kind of buggy with other stuff. Other than that, I'm starting to get this. I had a lot of issues trying to figure out how everything works last month, especially with the advanced ones. Adding the cosmetics was not an issue, but the functionality was definitely an issue before. Now it's not that much of an issue. I'm starting to get it. I just need to work on it a little bit more. I hope you guys were able to get through this week with no problem, and you have a good night.